Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Patch 2.2 is now live on the live servers, so let's talk about the additions and changes of this new patch. We talked about it briefly in the PTU update a while ago, but this is the finalised patch now. So, ships, we've got some new ships. Hangar Ready Xian Scout, or Xian Scout, or Xian Scout, or however you want to pronounce it. So, this is a very unique looking ship. It's a light fighter light scout ship. It's only got one seat now, though. It was supposed to have two originally, and it got a little bit lost in translation. But now we've got a one-seat light fighter. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's very insectoid, very bumblebee transformery. I really love it. We've also got a flight-ready saber. So this is the fastest ship that's gone from being announced to being flight ready. There were some issues with it in the PTU, but now it's pretty agile. It's got 4 size 3 weapons it can have, and it's a pretty powerful ship. It's got a low IR signature and that sort of stuff. It's supposed to be more stealthy than other ships, but not a true stealth ship. It's another thing that was lost in translation a little bit and we didn't get updated on. It's not a true stealth ship, it's a ninja. It's supposed to be hit and run. It's supposed to be able to fight the Super Hornet and Hornets, but it does it in a different way. It doesn't try and slog out blows. It tries to do hit and runs and be agile and avoid damage. Both of these ships are also now on sale, so you can grab yourself a Xian Scout or a Saber if you wanted one. Physical EVA is back in, and we've got some new animations as well. So physicalized EVA, extra vehicular activity, is back and working. This basically deforms your model, as well as adding better animations to it. So if you touch a surface or would brush against something, your body deforms in such a way to look like it's either touching it or pushing it or not touching it, that sort of thing. So you react to your surroundings much better. And this also affects ragdolls. There's a bit of cover as well. So if you've got a gun out, when you're next to a surface, you'll draw the gun back to not make contact with that surface with your gun. This is all adds to the immersion and the polish, and makes the world feel much more alive. It looks absolutely fantastic, and all the animations seem a lot smoother too. There's been a massive host of additions and improvements and optimizations. So we've got 24 players in each server in Portal Assault now rather than 16. There is huge frame rate and performance increases, I think pretty much across the board. Hopefully anyway, for me it's a significant amount of frames per second I'm getting extra. The damage states have been added to the Freelancer. Yella, it's had a whole new makeover. The asteroids and the moon there look beautiful now. Turrets have had a lot of work done to them. They're now able to be used relatively effectively. They do need a little bit more work, but they're able to track targets. You'll be able to get kills in them now much more easily than you would to earlier in the Star Citizen process. There's been some changes to Crusader too. Some of the missions have been moved, so comm relays no longer give missions really. You have to go straight to the ICC probe to get those missions where you go and report to distress signals. So the comm relays are now part of the reputation and hostility system. This is quite a big addition. If you destroy a ship or kill a player or kill a security NPC in monitored space, so this is areas of space like Port Olisar, so if you're ramming ships in Port Olisar, for example, or Cryastro, as well as anywhere where there's a turned on comm relay, you basically will accrue criminal rating from doing hostile actions and killing players and killing security and blowing up their ships. If you have a criminal rating, pirates will see you as friendly, as too will other criminals. So basically, NPC pirates will effectively be helping you. Whereas if you are a non-criminal, security guards will see you as friendly, and you'll see all other pirates as hostiles. So destroying an empty ship, or colliding with a landing or landed ship, or disabling a comm array will make you a level 1 criminal. To get additional levels of criminal, you need to kill a player or destroy an occupied ship in monitored space. So that's where basically comm relays will be on. You can get up to rank 5 here as well, up to rank 5 in criminal. Every rank of criminal will give you a 30-second respawn penalty when you respawn. Rank 5 criminals become global bounties for everyone on the server that's not a criminal, so you will be hunted. And if you are hunted down and killed by someone, they get a special reward. They will get a laser rifle awaiting them in their bunk. For every 10 minutes a criminal goes without committing a crime, it will lower their criminal rating by 1. They can also, instead of waiting, go to Korea. At that security post, there is now a console in the center of Korea. Those computers are now operational. You can hack down your rating there. Basically, you interact with the panel, and then after 1 minute, your security or your criminal rating will be reduced by 1. Other people interacting, trying to hack that console, will interrupt your hack. There is one last thing to mention about being a level 5 criminal. If you're killed as a level 5 criminal, you are ejected from the server and must reconnect. So this has 2 effects. This does add flavour and extra gameplay to Port Olisar in the mini PU, but also helps prevent griefing. If someone is just spawning and then ramming ships, they will eventually get kicked from the server. Now, sorry if I made that sound more complicated than it is. I've done a separate video explaining the criminal system, which I will link in the description below for those of you that want to know more or found my explanation of that quite confusing. A couple of other additions as well. The ballistic pistol and laser rifle have been added to the mini PU. You can find the laser rifle by killing a level 5 criminal, but also you can get it in Kovalex in the locked room. You can grab it there. It's just there to pick up once you complete that mission, or once you just go there with the unlock code. Also, there's been some new items added. The item system 2.0 is slowly being implemented, and we've seen a couple of new coolers added to the system. So coolers now exist in the verse and will have effects on your ship, as well as consuming power and reducing the amount of heat buildup. Note as well that all backers that signed up before the $56 million stretch goal will have a J-Span Cryostar cooler on their account for free. These 2 new coolers are available on the Voyager Direct store for UEC, and in rental credits rec in the rental store too. So there have been some temporary changes to shields, and I'm going to explain why. So all shields are basically going to be locked to each ship at the moment, so you're not going to be able to fiddle around with your shields in your loadouts. And because the new item system's coming out, size 3 shields or size 2 shields that we have at the moment will be converted into 2 size light shields. So if you, for example, if you had bought a size 3 shield, you'd be getting, in the future, they will be converted down into 3 Seal Corp Web light shields. So just be aware that's going to be in a future update very, very soon. We will be getting new shields, we're getting the new item system. All this is going to change a bit. So we won't have size 4 shields anymore. We'll have 4 light shields, for example. So it's going to be a big change with the item system coming. I just thought I'd explain why you might not be able to do stuff with your shields at the moment. So one of the biggest changes, or at least changes that's going to make the most difference to me and a lot of other people, is a working party system. The party system is working. You can add friends from the main menu universe screen now. Left click on a friend that's online, add them to a party, and then when someone from your party joins a game server, that server will check your party size, make sure there's enough slots for your group, so that when you will still have to manually join individually, but it will hold your slots for at least a little while, so that you can get in with your group of friends. And it just seems, even when there's not space on a server, it seems much easier to get into a server as well now. It does seem to possibly reserve those slots after someone else has left or something. It's just 1,000 times quicker and easier to get into a server. This is a dream come true for content creators and anyone wanting to play with their friends alike in the mini PU. No more messing around trying to get into the same server for hours. It's much, much easier. There are loads of other things that you'll notice or that I haven't mentioned that you'll see in the verse as well. Lots of little improvements. Some of the thruster effects look great, lighting effects, damage states. lasers melting through the hulls and stuff. There's lots and lots of other little additions and cool things. There's been so many improvements in this patch, and I'm really, really, really excited for what we're going to see next. Now, obviously, we're still waiting on a few things. We're still waiting on that hangar-ready starfare, which still hasn't been put in, and I will talk about that and more, what we can expect in 2.3 in a later video, probably next week. That seems reasonable, and I'll talk a little bit more about this patch in the news tomorrow. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening to me. It's very much appreciated. Jump into 2.2. It's awesome. It's really, really is pretty good, actually. And I will see you in the verse. Oh, and just one more PS and quick thing. I will be updating the user.cfg files so that they work better with the latest patch soon. My user.cfg that I use to just remove motion blur works perfectly, but I'm sure that some of the settings will cause issues. Remember as well, if you're having issues with a crash or persistent bug, try deleting that user file before you report it as a bug. You want to make sure that it's not the user file causing some issues that I hadn't foreseen, because I'm not a dev and I'm sure it can cause some issues. I'm also using Zenthor's reshade. It seems to work perfectly. That sweet FX tweak, making shaders and lighting a little bit better. I'm still using that occasionally in my videos. It seems to work fine. For anyone that wants to see more of that stuff, more mods for Star Citizen, please check the description below. I'll link all of that jazz there. You take care, guys, and again, I'll see you in the verse. Woo!